Traveling to new places is always an exciting experience, but it can also be an expensive one. From accommodation to food and transportation, costs can quickly add up. Some cities are notoriously expensive, but they also offer unique experiences that make them worth the cost. Here are the top 10 most expensive cities to visit in the world. So let's find out. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Number 1. Singapore. The city of Singapore is the most expensive city in the world to visit by tourists. Transportation costs heaps of money in this expensive city. If you want to buy and use a car, then you should have huge savings for it. Singapore's government keeps the car's rate highest to manage the total cars on the road. Other than this, clothes and even groceries are higher in rates. It is the most developed city with having buzzing foodie culture. It is mostly visited by honeymoon couples, professionals, and people with great wealth. Singapore is a modern city-state located in Southeast Asia. It is known for its clean streets, beautiful parks, and high-tech infrastructure. Singapore is also one of the most expensive cities in the world to visit, with high costs for accommodation, food, and transportation. Number 2. Paris, France. You can't neglect the famous city of France, Paris, that welcomes a huge number of tourists every year. Paris is also known as the City of Romance, and famous among lovey-dovey couples. It is the most expensive vacation destination to visit by tourists. People just love to explore its quaint cafes, chocolates, wines, pastries, and the pretty Eiffel Tower at night. It is the best but expensive city to visit by newly married couples. The royal castles, lavish cathedrals, and impressive architecture in the city make it a worth visit for tourists around the world. Paris is the capital city of France and is known for its romantic atmosphere, stunning architecture, and world-renowned cuisine. It is also one of the most expensive cities in the world, with high costs for accommodation, food, and transportation. Number 3. Hong Kong. If you want to live like a tycoon, make Hong Kong your next destination, but you need to be a millionaire prior to even consider for buying a property here. Here, the price of a property per square meter is the highest in the entire world. You will have to pay more than $25,000 per square meter to buy an apartment close to the city center. A small 40 square meters apartment may cost around $1 million. If you want to rent a property, don't expect that also at cheap rates. A decent apartment costs you a monthly rental of more than $5,000 without furniture. Hong Kong is a bustling city-state located in East Asia. It is known for its impressive skyline, delicious food, and vibrant street markets. Hong Kong is also one of the most expensive cities in the world, with high costs for accommodation, food, and transportation. Number 4. Zurich. Zurich is referred to as the most expensive city to visit in Europe. The whole of Switzerland is known for being a costly destination. A trip to Zurich for a week usually costs around SFR 310 per head. However, based on the spending habits and the comfort, you can still choose to explore the city on a low budget. The cost of transportation and accommodation are significantly expensive in Zurich. To save money while touring this city, you can choose an apartment rather than a hotel, supermarkets for food rather than going to restaurants, and go for public transport instead of a rental. Zurich is the largest city in Switzerland and is known for its stunning views of the Swiss Alps, beautiful architecture, and high-quality chocolate. The city is also home to many banks and financial institutions, which contributes to its high cost of living. Number 5. New York. When you talk about the most expensive countries to visit, New York can't be neglected. Undoubtedly, it is the most expensive city to visit and live in. Making a budget trip to New York can be challenging, but still, it can be done if you do little research earlier before visiting the city. You can look for food at cheap prices at few places, and transportation charges can also be saved while choosing public transport. However, you can't save more on accommodation and adventure activities. New York City is the largest city in the United States and is known for its vibrant culture, impressive skyscrapers, and diverse neighborhoods. It is also one of the most expensive cities in the world, with high costs for accommodation, food, and transportation. Number 6. Los Angeles. For all those wanderlust who are ready to spend on their vacation, Los Angeles is the best choice for them. However, when it comes to budget traveling, then it is not a good option. Tourists in Los Angeles will have to deal with expensive accommodation in hotels, tourist activities, food, and even rental cars. However, you can reduce a bit of cost by sharing the accommodation and having food from the street markets. Number 7. Tokyo, Japan. Japan is not a cheap place to take a tour, but yes, it is not a prohibitively expensive country than you may think. You may still visit the city of Tokyo in the budget if you choose street food or cheap fast food restaurants, accommodation in hostels, and transportation through trains or buses. However, Tokyo has the most expensive hotels and restaurants, but you can still find some hotel rooms under $100 per night. Tokyo is the capital city of Japan and is known for its high-tech modernity mixed with traditional Japanese culture. The cost of living in Tokyo is one of the highest in the world, making it an expensive city to visit. Number 8. Dubai. Dubai is popular for the world's class shopping experience, iconic buildings, and luxury hotels. It has a self-proclaimed 7-star hotel, opulent mall, extraordinary nightlife, and whatnot. It is indeed not a cheap destination to visit by tourists, but yes, it also depends on the spending habits of a person. You can choose budget hotels to save money on your accommodation, cheap restaurants instead of fancy ones, and public transport for travel. Number 9. Sydney. It comes under top 10 most expensive cities in the world to visit, and the third position for the most expensive city for dinner out. Food and drinks are costly in this city, but there are few things that you can do for free. You can explore the free museums, art galleries, beautiful beaches, stunning public coastal walks that allow you to enjoy the spellbinding natural beauty of Sydney. Avoid expensive restaurants and choose to have authentic meals at chap spots. Number 10. London. London, the capital of England and the United Kingdom, is one of the most vibrant and exciting cities in the world. It is a city that is steeped in history and culture, and there is always something to see and do, no matter what your interests are. While London is also one of the most expensive cities in the world, you can still plan a visit to this city on a low budget. However, you will have to skip the luxury and much more comfortable to do so. Choose to have a budget accommodation where you have a kitchen to cook your own meals, and visit mainly free accommodation. These are the top most expensive cities to visit in the world. Which city would you like to visit? Let us know in comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for watching more videos in future.